Welcome guys to my YouTube channel. As the JAMB draws closer, it is important that we go through intense revision for JAMB students. Okay, so if you are a JAMB student and you are yet to begin your revision, here is the YouTube channel for you. In this class, I'm going to be doing revision with you, and this revision is going to cut across all topics in mathematics. So this video is titled as Intense Revision Part 1. Okay, now we are going to take 20 likely JAMB questions in mathematics. Now let's dive into what we have for today. Okay, let's do that quickly. Class, if you are told to evaluate this in an exam condition, how will you do it? Look at the board. Let's do it. Now, this is 1011 base 2 plus 1001 base 2. Let's add it in base 2. You have 1011, then you have 101. Let's add it quickly, class. Now, the base here is what? Base 2. So, if I add 1 to 1, I'm going to get 2. The rule in number system, because this question is from the topic called number system. Number system, yes. The question from the topic called number system. So if you add 1 to 1, you have 2. But the rule is that any number recorded must be less than the base. So if I have 2, I cannot write 2 here because this base is 2. So all your numbers must be less than 2. So it can be 1 and 0. So if I have 1 plus 1, I have 2. What I'll simply do is that I will do 2 over 2. That means I'm dividing my answer by the base. So that will give us 1 remainder 0. Yes, 2 over 2 is 1 remainder 0. The remainder is what we write down. Then we'll take the 1 over here. Yes. So 1 plus 1 now is 2. Okay, plus 0 is 2. If you do the same thing, you have 1 remainder 0. So you can put your 0 here. Do you get? Then the 1, bring it here again. 1 plus 1 is what? 2. 2 divided to 1 remainder 0. So you can put your 0 and bring the 1 here. 1 plus 1 again is 2. So it's 1 remainder 0. So that you have 0. Then the last one, which is the one that is remaining, you bring it here. This becomes the answer. It is 10001 base 2. Now let's take question number 2. Let's take question 2. Now, question number 2 says, if x in base 10, please watch carefully, is equals to 1214 in base what? In base 5. Find the value of x. Find the value of x. Let's do that quickly. Now, if you observe very well, you see that x is in base 10, but this value is equals to this. So how do you solve it? Let me give you the option. Option A says 184. Option B says 180. Option C says 124. Option D says 121. Now, they said if s base 10 is equals to 1214 base 5, find the value of x. My question for you is this. X is in what base? Is in base 10. Now, if s is in base 10, it means that you have to convert this number from base 5 now, or whatever base that it is, to what x is, which is what? Base 10. So how will you solve this? Very easy. Watch carefully. Now, I'm going to use a shortcut. I'm going to use a shortcut to solve this. Now, this is 1214 base what? Base 5. Now, ordinarily, you know how to convert it. You would have number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, thereabout. But here's the shortcut. 1 times 5 will give us what? 5. I repeat myself. 1 times 5 is 5. Plus 2. The next number to give you 7. 7 times 5 will give us 35. 35 plus 1 will give us 36. 36 times 5 will give us what? Will give us 180. 180 plus 4 will give us 184 base 10. Okay, now for better understanding, let me take another one. If I have 101111 base 2, let's convert it together. Let's do it. You times, you plus, you times, you plus. So 1 times 2 is 2, plus 0 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 1. Oh, let's take it again. 1 times 2 is 2, plus 0, it is what? 2. Okay, are we together? 2 times 2 is what? 4, plus this one, 5. 5 times 2 is what? 10, plus this one, What do you have? 11. 11 times 2 is what? 22 plus 1, 23. 23 times 2 is what? 46 plus 1, 47 base what? Base 10. So you can always use a shortcut. 1 times 5 is 5 plus 2, 7. 7 times 5 is 35 plus 1, 36. 36 times 5 is 180 plus 4, 184. So the answer is equals to what? Is equals to A. Now question number 3. Let's take question number 3. Number 3 says simplify 3 over 5 divide by 2 over 7 times 4 over 3 divide by 4 over 9. Now, this question number 3. Now, the first 2 questions in JAMB cut across a topic called number system. Now, take a look at question 3. Question 3 is based on fraction. You must understand that your next question should be fraction approximation. Not only that, approximation and probably percentage error. Yes, percentage error. That's what you are likely to see after the first 2 questions from number system. So how do we solve this fraction? Very easy. Don't forget that the principles of solving fraction is what? Your BODMAS. Okay, is your BODMAS. You solve fraction by a principle called BODMAS. BODMAS. Okay, the B there signifies brackets. Your O there signifies off, or you can use order. D signifies division. M is multiplication. A is addition. S is subtraction. So that is what they signify. So if I have a question like this, simplify 3 over 5, 3 over 5, divide by, open bracket, 2 over 7 times 4 over 3, divide by 4 over 9. I think I need to give you the options. The options here are 21 over 6, A, 21 over 6, B, 6 over 7, C, 4 over 5, D, 7 over 10. So let's do that quickly. Now, if I want to solve this to what? To simplify this, I will begin with the bracket because why? BODMAS. B says bracket first. So I have 3 over 5 divide by, follow me carefully, 2 over 7 times 4 over what? 3. Now, take a look at this division. Don't forget that after your bracket, you have order. There's no order here. There's no off here. Followed by division. So your division should come next after your bracket since this one is absent. So if you have divide by 4 over 9, it means times 9 over 4. Turning division to multiplication is reversing the fraction. You reverse the fraction. So you have 3 over 5 divide by, hold on. You have 4 cancel 4. That one is off. 3 divide 9 will give us what? 3. So what do we have now? In the numerator, we are only left with 2 and 3. So 2 times 3 will give us weighting 6. The denominator, you have weighting 7. That's what is there. So we have now 3 over 5 divided by 6 over weighting 7. Now, if I have this division now, we turn to multiplication. So that we have 3 over 5 times 7 over 6. Wow. If 3 divide itself, it gives you 1. 3 divide 6 will give us what? 2. So 1 times 7 is 7. Then 5 times 2 is what? 10. So you have 7 over 10. Where is the answer? It's not A, it's not B, it's not C. The answer is what? D. This is question number 3. Okay. Now let's take question number 4. Now let's take question number 4. In question number 4, just like I told you, you must understand the way your JAMB syllabus is. You have number system. After doing number system, the question you are likely to see is a question from fraction and approximation. So they gave us one fraction. Now they are giving us one approximation. So how do we solve this? Very easy. Simplify this squared minus this squared over 0.04. How will you solve it? Very easy. There are two ways to solve this question. You can simply use your calculator to square this. You write it down. You square this. You write it down. Then you minus them, divide it. Or you can simply apply difference of two squares. Difference of two squares. According to difference of two squares, if I have a square minus b square, if I have a square minus b square, it will give us a plus b in one bracket. Then in the other bracket, you have a minus b. So one bracket carries plus, one carries what? Minus it. So that means if I have this minus this squared, it means I can apply the principles of difference of two squares. And if I apply the principle, it means I will combine this with plus in the first bracket. Then in the second bracket, I'll put what? Minus. So you have 0.5625 plus 0.4375. Okay, in one bracket. Then in the other bracket, 0.5625 minus 0.4375 in the other bracket, all over 0.04. Are we together? Now if I add this to this, I will have 1 times this will give us 0.125. Yes, all over 0.04. So if I add this, I have 1. If I subtract this, I have this. So this times this will give you 0.125 over 0.04. Are we together? So let's divide these two now. That will give us 3.125. That's what you give us. So to 3 significant figure will likely be, look at it, we need 3 numbers, 1, 2, 3. So you have 3.1. But this one now that comes thereafter that we don't need is more than 4, is up to 5. So we take 1 from here and add it here, it becomes what? 3. So the answer is 3.13 to 3 significant figure. This 3 significant figure is also the same as 2 decimal place because you have 2 numbers after the point. So the answer is A, 3.13. That is the answer. Now let's solve question number 5. Question number 5 says, a man made a profit of 5%. Now, which topic is this? We are done with number system. And we are also done with what? Fraction and approximation. Now, they have jumped to what we call commercial mathematics. Yes. So the question here is coming from commercial mathematics. So if you are a JAMB student, you should know how to prepare for your JAMB exam. Now, in commercial mathematics, they said that a man made a profit of 3% when he sold an article for 60,000. How much would he have sold it to make a profit of 26%? Let's read it again. A man made a profit of 5%. A man made a profit of 5% when he sold an article for 60,000 naira. How much would he have sold it to make a profit of 26%? Very easy. Come closer. Come closer. Let's solve it together. Now watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Now, this is the profit. The profit initially is 5%. Yeah, he made 5% profit. When he sold it, the selling price is 60,000 naira. Now, we would have been able to know the profits simply by calculating for the cost price. Then you minus it from the selling price. You know the profits. Because what you have here is the profit percent. Or you can do something that, what is 5% of 60,000? To know the profits. Like he sold it for 60,000. What is 5% of 60,000? 5% of 60,000 is actually equals to, hold on, 5 over 100 times 60,000. Yes, 5% of 60,000. This 20 cancel this 20. So what do we have now? 5 times 600. That will give us 3,000 naira. So 5% of this money is 3,000 naira. That means his profit for the transaction P is 3,000 naira. He made 3,000 naira. If he sold it for 60,000 and made a profit of 3,000, which is 5%, that's 5 over 100 times the money to sell it. What do you think was the cost price? How much did he buy it? He sold it for 60,000 and he got 3K as his own. Then how much did he buy it? Very easy. Now, you can know the cost price by simply doing 60,000, which is the amount he sold it, minus the profit he made, 3,000. And that will give us 57,000 naira. This is the money he used to buy it. He bought it for 57,000. So the question says, how much would he have sold it so that he can make a profit of 26%? So let's go and look for the selling price to make up this profit if the initial cost price is 57,000 naira. So let's do that quickly. So the cost price, the initial cost price, CP, is actually 57,000 naira. Yes, that's the cost price. So if the cost price is 7,000, how much will he have sold it? So let's say, what is the selling price? Let's call it Y. So that the percentage profit will be 26% according to the question. Are we together? Now, let's do it. What's the formula for percentage profit? It is equals to selling price over the cost price all over the cost price times 100 over 1. Or to make things easy for you, okay, leave it that way. It's more easier like this. Just leave it. All over the cost price times 100 over 1. So we are looking for the selling price now. Watch carefully. Here is 26, which is the profit percent, equals to the selling price, which is what? Y, minus the cost price, which is 57,000 naira. You know, we have calculated the cost price. All over the cost price, 57,000 naira, okay, times 100 over 1. So what do we do now? Very easy. Now let's watch this. This 20 cancel this 20. What do we have left? We have 26 equals to Y minus 57,000 all over. What we have left now is 570. So you have 570. So what do we do? Cross multiply. Now if we cross multiply, we have 26 times 570 equals to Y minus 5,700. Let's clear up the board so we have space to solve the other question. So let's do 26 times 6. So you have 26 times 570. That will give us 14,820 equals to Y minus 57,000. So what do we do? Collect like terms together. 14,820. This one comes over plus 57,000 equals to Y. So what do we do? Plus 57,000. That will give us 71,820 equals to Y. So the selling price now is 71,820 naira. But according to the option, they are all in the nearest thousand. So we have to turn this 3 to 0 because thousands have 3 0. 1,000 have 3 0. But this number is more than 4. So I'll turn it to 1 and add it here. So my final answer becomes 72,000 naira. So if you want to make a profit of 26%, he ought to have sold it for 72,000 naira, which is to the nearest thousand. So my answer here is what? A. Now, let's take question number 6. Let's take this question. Question number 6. The sum of the ages of Musa and Lawal is 28 years. After sharing a sum of money in the ratio of their ages, Musa gets 600 and Lawal got 800. How old is Lawal? Now, listen. Now, the sum of their ages of Musa plus Lawal is 28 years. Yeah. Now, how much did Musa get? They said according to their age, Musa got 600 naira. So Musa money is 600. Lawal's money, how much did Lawal get? 800. 800 naira. So the total amount they shared, is 600 plus 800. And that will give us what? 1,400. This is the total amount of money they share. Now, here comes a question. How old is Lawal if the money they share is in accordance of their age? It is very easy. Now, we are looking for Lawal, not Musa. We can simply do this. Watch carefully. We can say Lawal's share is equals to Lawal's money over the total amount they shared, total amount times the sum of their ages, Yes, we can do it this way. So, how much is Lawal's share? Lawal's share is 800. So, you have 800 over the total money they shared is 1,400. 1,400 times, watch carefully, times the total number, that's the sum of their ages, which is 28. So, you have 28 here. Now, this 20 can cancel this 20. If that happens, 14 can cancel 28 to give us 2. So you now have 8 times this 2 to give us 16 years. So the age of Lawal is 16 years. Very easy. Now let's take the next question. Come closer. Get your book and your pen. Let's solve this together. Watch this carefully. This question is no longer commercial mathematics. We are now in what we call elementary mathematics. Yes, so elementary maths include your indices, your exponential equation, your logarithm, and the rest. Do you understand? Even your Surds, elementary maths. So this question is exponential equation. It's an equation involving indices. How will you solve this? Very easy. Watch. Let's get the question down. 2 bracket 3 raised to the power of 2x minus 1 equals to 162. Now, do not use this to open the bracket. Why? Because this is an whole number, but this is an index number. So we cannot multiply an whole number with an index number. What do we simply do? Divide both sides by 2 first. This cancel this. So 3 raised to the power of 2x is equals to 162 over 2 will give us weighting 81. Show you the get. Now, this one now, sorry, 2x minus 1 equals to 81. That's 3 raised to the power 2x minus 1. See it here. Now, this 81 can be expressed in terms of 3. Like your 81 is 3 raised to the power 4. Yes. Like if I write 81 here and I divide it by 3. If 3 goes, it will give you 27. 3 goes will give you what? 9. 3 goes will give you what? 3. 3 goes will give you 1. How many 3 divided? 4. So 81 is 3 raised to the power of weighting 4. So because of that now, we can say 3 raised to the power of 2x minus 1 is 3 raised to the power of 4. According to the laws of exponential equation, I can use this to cancel this. Are we together? Yes. So if I use this to cancel this, I will have, watch carefully please, 2x minus 1 equals to 4. Then because I'm looking for x, I can collect like terms. So that 2x can be equals to 4 plus 1. Show you the get. Now, 2x can be equals to weighting 5. Divide both sides by weighting 2. This cancel this. S is 5 over 2. So the answer is 5 over 2. What? D. So we are going to take question number 8 and 9. Let's do that quickly. Question number 8. Let's take this question. This question is from logarithm. Okay. Now, log 2 base 10 is equals to x. Evaluate log 12.5 base 10 in terms of x. Wow. Now, this should be what we are to evaluate. Yes, we are to evaluate log 12.5 base 10 in terms of x. First of all, your 12.5 is the same as 25 over 2. Why? Because 25 divided by 2 will give us 12.5. Use your calculator to check it. You'll see it. Now, it simply means that your log 12.5 base 10 is the same as log, watch your 25 over 2 to base 10. Yes, that's what it means. Why? Because 12.5 is 25 over 2. You can do this. You can say If I have 12.5, I'll move my 0 once. So having your 0 once means you are divided by 10. So you can still say it is 125 over 10. To which 5 go here is 25. And 5 go here is 2. So you have 25 over 2. But however, this is what you have. Now, how do we simplify this further? Principles of logarithm says that if I have log a over b to base x, according to the principles of logarithm, this will give us log a base s minus log b base x. Take a look at this. Yes, so whenever we have divide like this, it is simplified this way. So applying that to this, you have log 25 base 10 minus log 2 base 10. For log 2 base 10, it is already satisfied because log 2 base 10 is equals to x. But our problem now is this 25. So we have to simplify 25 further because the only thing they gave us is log 2 base 10, which is equals to x. So 25 will give us log 5 raised to the power of 2 base 10, then minus log what? 2 base 10. Are we together? Yes. 5 raised to the power of 2 will give us what? 25. Do you get? So let's do it now. Watch. Now, this another principle of logarithm told us that if I have log a raised to the power of x base b, that this s should be used to multiply the what? The log. So that if I have a raised to the power of s base b, it's giving us what? S log a base b. So the s will go to the back. So that's the thing that will happen here. So that it becomes 2 log what? 5 base what? Base 10 minus log what? Log 2 base what? Base 10. We are still not satisfied because what we have here is log 2 base 10 equals to x. So it therefore means that 10, this 5 should be simplified. And there are no two whole numbers that will be multiplied to give us 5. So what do? We can look for two numbers that will be divided together to give us 5, since there are no numbers to multiply to give us 5. So that will give us what? Watch. This will give us 2 log what? Your 5 should be 10 over 2. Yes. Base what? Base 10. Minus log weighting 2 base 10. Are we together? Because why? 10 over 2 will give us weighting 5. Do you get? Which is the same 5 that is here. So now, these 2 now will give us, watch carefully, this divide, applying the same law, will give you log 10 base 10 minus log what? 2 base 10. You know they are together. This one, they are together. Then minus what? Log 2 base 10. Wow. So how do we solve this further? Very easy. Log 10 base 10 is 1. The logarithm of a number to the same base. Watch my previous video on the laws of logarithm to get this properly. Log 10 base 10 is 1. So you have 2 open brackets. Log 10 base 10 here is weighting 1 minus log what? Log 2 base 10. Close your bracket minus what? Log 2 base what? Base 10. Now, what is log 2 base 10? According to the question, it is what? X. So you have 2 open bracket, 1 minus x minus x. Are we together? So 2 times 1 is what? 2. 2 times x is what? 2x, then minus x. Minus 2x minus x will give us minus 3x. So you have 2 minus 3x as the answer to the what? Question. So the question is not A, it's not B. Yeah, the question is what? Is B. 2 minus 3s. So probably this is 2 plus 3s. So the answer is what? B. 2 minus 3x. Okay. Now let's take this solved question. Square root of 12 minus square root of 147 plus y root 3. Let's do that quickly. Question number 9. Find y if root 12, the square root of 12 minus the square root of 147 plus y root 3 is equals to what? 0. Very easy. Now we are going to simplify this solve. Don't forget that solve are the square root of irrational numbers. So let's simplify this solve. You break this 12 into two numbers. One will be a perfect square and the other will be a non-perfect square. So that 12 will be 4 times 3. Now, if you have this 3, it gives you a clue here. Yeah, it gives you a clue here that 147 is 49 times 3. Then plus y root 3 equals to what? 0. So what's the square root of 4? The square root of 4 is equals to what? 2. So that will give us 2 root 3 minus, what is the square root of 49? The square root of 49 is equals to what? 7. So you have 7 root 3 plus what? Y root 3 equals to what? 0. Wow. Now, 2 root 3 minus 7 root 3. What would that give us? Now, if you have 2 minus 7, that will give us minus 5. Then you take one of the root 3. That's what we mean by 2 root 3 minus 7 root 3. That's minus 5 root 3. Plus y root 3 equals to 18, 0. So what do we do now? Very easy. You can take this over so that you have y root 3 is equals to 5 root 3. So that root 3 can cancel root 3. Y is equals to 18, 5. So the answer is y equals to 5. It's not A, it's not B. The answer is what? C. Now let's take the last question for today. The remaining 10 questions will be treated in the next episode of this lesson. So if today is your first time for coming across my YouTube channel, please make sure you subscribe by the end of this video lesson. And don't forget to on your notification bell so that whenever we drop the part 2 of this class, it will get across to you. You'll be notified. Okay? Now, let's solve this. Very easy. Whenever you have square root in change of subject formula, you must square both sides to eliminate the square root. So the first thing to do is to do what? Take the square of both sides. So this will give us d square, and this will give us the square root of 42w over 5l all square. Yes, this is what you give us. So that your square cancels your square root. That's the purpose of squaring both sides. So you have d square equals to 42w over 5l. This is l, please don't forget that. Make L the subject formula. So we are looking for what? L. So here is over 1. We can simply cross multiply first. This times this will give us 5L d square equals to this will still give us 42W. So if I'm looking for L, I will divide both sides by the coefficient of L, which is what? 5d square. So I'm dividing over 5d square. So I have 5LD square over 5d square equals to 42w over 5d square. So this cancel this. L will give us 42w over 5d square. Okay, so this is the formula. This is what we are told to do to make L the subject formula. Thank you very much. I'll see you in my next video lesson. We'll treat the other part of these questions. Thank you.